Hello and welcome to the OffTheMark podcast. It's Luke, and with me as always is
It's me, Fred.
um different kind of week, but hopefully this will become the new normal. This week is going to be a more informative week than normal, less opinion based. We'll be providing our opinions on the subject. This week I spun us a spin the wheel thing, and we both picked a cancelled superhero film to go over in our section. The list contained Spider-Man 4, Superman Flyby, Batman and Robin, the sequel to it, and Justice League Mortal. I wish I'd put TASM 3 on there because I found more information about TASM than I did about my choice. But that's which I think we'll probably do something similar because I do want to go over TASM 4 and everything that could have become of it. No, TASM 3, I mean. So do you want to go first with yours? Fred was given Justice League Mortal. Feel free to go over it. Feel free to begin.
Alright, so hold on, so let me get my note up. So, okay, Justice League Mortal was a film that that was basically, hold on, let me get my notes up. So, it was, I'm pretty sure that it was estimated to have begun production in February in 2007.
Yeah.
And from what I have read, Warner Brothers like the sound of it. They like the sound of the story, but eventually, because of a few production delays, they had to delay it on and off again until it was shelved for the foreseeable future.
Yeah. Before we go through cast and crew, do you want to go over the storyline, or do you?
Yeah. So basically, the whole story was meant to revolve around two existing comic book stories, which are Justice League of America, Tower of Babel, and Superman Sacrifice.
Yeah.
So both these stories I know of, and I know a lot more about Tower of Babel than Sacrifice. And obviously, what Justice League of America Tower of Babel is basically where Batman has created contingency plans against each member of the Justice League, and Ra's al Ghul has gotten his hands on the plans, and he attacks each individual Justice League member, and just with Batman's contingencies, including one that is made against him.
Even though it seems in Justice League Mortal that wasn't it supposed to be Maxwell Lord instead of Ra's al Ghul?
Yes, so that's where the Superman Sacrifice one is, because it's Maxwell Lord. Because in Justice League Tower of Babel, Ra's al Ghul is the main villain, but in Superman Sacrifice, Maxwell Lord is the main villain. Yeah, so they've done is they've merged the stories together.
See, I think that probably works better with it being Maxwell Lord. I don't think everything I have seen of Ra's al Ghul is not somebody who would be out to kill all the Justice League. He just doesn't give off that impression the same way that Maxwell Lord could very well. Even I think in a perfect world, Maxwell Lord is, in fact, Lex Luthor instead. I just think that would work better.
So the interesting thing is, have you seen the film Justice League Doom?
No, I haven't.
So Justice League Doom is an interpretation of that comic book, and it's basically about about Vandal Savage bringing together members of the rogues gallery from each superhero, and you have the likes of Bane, Metallo, Cheetah, Malefic, Star Sapphire, and Mirror Master.
Yeah.
And basically, all of them come together because Vandal Savage has stolen Batman's contingency plans, and his purpose is to give each villain a contingency plan made by Batman, and basically then they will rule the world and be paid quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
And so it was an interesting film. I watched it. It was quite powerful because at the in a special features menu, there is a thing where Batman, with the voice of Kevin Conroy, goes through every single Justice League member, past and present, and talks about what his contingency plan for each of them is, and it's interesting.
Yeah.
So even like characters that even heroes that are not part of the main team are still counted inside of his contingencies. Like Black Canary and Green Arrow are part of this contingency.
Yeah. Even it
But
seems in this film,
yeah,
Green Arrow and Black Canary would not have been involved.
no. But so Tower of Babel was basically a staple point where by the end of it, the Justice League had lost faith in Batman and considered whether or not he should stay a part of them because of his betrayal.
Yeah.
And going over to the opposite side with Superman's sacrifice, the story revolved around Superman and Wonder Woman's relationship to each other.
Yeah.
And it was a bit of like a it was when I looked it up, it was called like a controversial one because it dealt with like certain things within it.
Yeah, the problem with these two books is they did a lot of damage in the mainstream. Superman's Sacrifice really brought to the front the Superman Wonder Woman stuff, which just shouldn't happen. It's Superman and Lois. Batman and Wonder Woman's fine, but Superman and Wonder Woman's kind of meh. But also, Tower of Babel brought about the whole Batman can be anyone with prep time thing, and it's really annoying. Because everyone knows Batman's ass could be kicked by 90% of Marvel characters. Like,
Well,
let's be honest, Iron
depends.
Man's kicking Batman's ass.
Well, it depends with what prep time.
Oh, dude, bullshit. No, I hate that. I hate that. Oh, prep time. Well, yeah, but also, with prep time, most of these characters could improve. And also, infinite prep time is kind of, like, you have to be able to say, at their weakest, which character could beat who. And I think generally, that's the man in the suit. Everyone at their most powerful is always going to be the most powerful person in the room, and that's not interesting. But when you take a character down to their bare essentials and go, who wins in this fight? That's when it's more interesting. Not prep time. That just
When you say bare essentials, what does that mean for Iron Man?
Suit, just
his suit.
Enhanced suit, yeah. Batman. Oh no, bare essentials. So he wouldn't have any missiles. Iron Man would have repulsors and flying and the metal suit. That's what I'd say. That's like Iron Man. That's it. Batman would be batarangs, utility belt, the ability to glide, and bulletproof chest. I'd say that's. But yeah, sorry. Back to Just League Mortal.
So basically, the story of Justice League Mortal was to be a mixture of both Tower of Babel and Sacrifice, and it was to deal with that. The casting for this was we had an interesting cast. So we had Armie Hammer as Bruce Wayne, Batman. We had Megan Gale as Diana Prince, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
We had DJ Catrona. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. I don't know.
Yeah.
Catrona as Clark Kent, Superman. We had Adam Brody as Barry Allen, the Flash, which is quite funny because he's actually in another DC film. Do you know what DC film he's in at the moment?
No, I don't.
He is in Shazam.
Oh yeah, of course he is.
He is who I can't remember what his name is. Freddie something.
Yeah.
So Billy Batson's like his foster brother who is got like the
Oh yeah,
crutches.
I got you.
When he so so Adam Brody is who he turns into.
Yeah.
Then you have Hugh Keybrain. I don't know. Byrne as John Jones, Martian Manhunter. So here's an interesting thing. Teresa Palmer as Talia. So we still have Talia in the story, so she was in Tower of Babel. So Talia is in this story. So Talia al Ghul.
Yeah.
Zoe Kazan as Iris West Allen.
Not Iris West Allen. Iris Allen. They
On a
didn't
few
put the
things,
hyphen.
it differs. It differs in a few things. Like if when I've looked on different things, it's gone with Iris West Allen, Iris Allen, Iris West. It's a mixture of things. So
Well, Barry Allen isn't
just from
in it,
what I
so I would just go with Iris West. Like, consider it's Wally West, not Barry Allen.
oh no Adam Brody is Barry Allen the Flash.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So it is
Oh yeah.
yeah. Here's an interesting one. Santiago Cabrera as Arthur Curry Aquaman. So this is an English actor, and I've seen a lot of things with him, so it was an interesting choice. I'm going to leave the most interesting casting till last. So we had Common as John Stewart Green Lantern, and Anton, is it Yelchin? Anton Yelchin.
Yeah.
He was in Star Trek. I'm trying to remember. I don't know how to spell. I don't know how to pronounce his
Yeah,
last
that's
name. So
fine.
apologies
Just
for that. Is that how you do it?
mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
As Wally West. As Wally West, the Flash.
Who unfortunately passed away 4 years ago. Yeah.
Yes. I know. As soon as I read that, I was like, oh, okay. And then now here's the most surprising one. Jay
Barachel.
Barachel. Yeah, that's him.
Barachel. It
Jay
is how it's spelled.
Barachel. Yeah, as Maxwell Lord.
Yeah.
That confused me and made me interested in how that would have worked. If I'm
Yeah.
honest. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Do you have any other comments on it?
I think it would have been an interesting film. It would have been an interesting film because I've always liked that type of thing where it's because Tower of Babel, like I know of it. I've not read too much of it, but I know of like the gist of it. But obviously, from what I've seen of like people's reactions to it and like what their opinion is, I think it would have made a really cool film.
I think it would have been
And
fun. I don't think it would have been good, but it would have been fun.
it's interesting because if it had been set, because here's the thing, if it had been set like a few years into the Justice League being created, then it would be cool. But if it had been like, if this film would have been set with the Justice League just being created, then I'd be like, it doesn't make any sense. Because
Yes.
not gonna lie, I don't think anyone would have trust Batman as much.
Nah. But I don't think it would have been good. Especially looking at like the costumes, it looked like it was low budget, a bit crappy. The Superman suit
I kind of look at
especially
the
offensively bad.
Yeah, the Batman cowl was a bit. I don't know. I was confused and a
It's
bit interested because
disgusting. I hate it.
It reminded me of the Batman Arkham Asylum and City cowl,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
looks cool in the game, but in live action, I'm not too sure.
All right.
Like, like one of those things where like it looks good inside of like a game or a
Yeah,
cartoon,
but
but
it
when you
doesn't
actually bring
translate
it
at
to
all.
real life, yeah, it's weird.
All right. Anything else, or are we moving on to Superman Flyby?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna wrap up on that. I think it would have been fun, but I'm glad we didn't. No, I don't know. I don't. I think there is a better timeline for DCU movies, but I just don't think that one is it. Thank God that was never made, even though it would have been interesting to see.
All right.
So I'm gonna go over the cast last. I'm gonna pop through the story of Superman Flyby. So we're moving right along to Superman Flyby now. If you're watching this on OffTheMark clips, the Superman Flyby OffTheMark clips will, if it's not showed up yet, it will do soon. Or if that was up before now, it's there already. So yeah, Superman Flyby. Most of my information is being taken from a mix of DCmovies.fandom.com, the same as Fred took all of his Justice League Mortal stuff from. I've also watched the Mr. Sunday Movies video on this film, and so both of them will be linked below. All the pages we've used will be linked below. Yeah. So I'm gonna run through the storyline, and then I'll go over some of the potential casting, and the director and whatnot. So Superman Flyby was an origin story that it included Krypton being besieged by a civil war between Jor-El and his corrupt brother Kata-Zor. Before Kata-Zor sentences Jor-El to prison, Kal-El is launched to Earth to fulfill a prophecy. Apparently they chose Jonathan and Martha Kent because, like, best family, yuck. Clark forms a romance with Lois Lane in Daily Planet. However, Lois is more concerned with exposing Lex Luthor, written as a government agent obsessed with UFO phenomena.
Phenomenon.
Nope.
Oh.
Phenomena. There it is. Clark reveals himself to the world as Superman, bringing Kata-Zor's son, Ty-Zor, and 3 other Kryptonians to Earth. Superman is defeated and killed. Visits Jor-El, who committed suicide on Krypton while in prison. In Kryptonian Heaven is where they meet. Resurrected, he returns to Earth and defeats the 4 Kryptonians, while the script ends with Superman off to Krypton, leaving a cliffhanger for the sequel. Jesus Christ.
Bit of a mouthful of a story.
Yeah, but it also lacks substance.
There are a few things in that story that I was not able to comprehend.
Yeah, Krypton's still around. It was never destroyed. Kryptonian Heaven.
It's weird.
Yep. I think in one draft of the script, Lex was supposed to be Kryptonian as well, or at least alien.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would
No,
have ruined the public perception. This film went on.
No, that would have ruined Lex Luthor.
That it would have, because everyone in the public eye would have gone, "Oh, Lex Luthor's alien." Okay.
Just make him a hypocrite.
And also, Jor-El's brother being called Kata-Zor. They're clearly not the same.
That's weird.
They're clearly not brothers. If he was Carter-Zor-El, even then that wouldn't have made sense. Just Carter-El would have been fine. But hey. And also prophecy, to fulfill a prophecy. Oh, he just sent him because the magical words in the sky. Or the magical cave writing And also choosing the Kent family was yikes.
That's just weird.
Yeah. Oh no, it should have been luck. You know Superman Red Sun, yeah? That's about just another incident where Superman just didn't end up in America.
Yeah, there's another one. Have you ever seen the film Justice League Gods and Monsters?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
Yeah,
I don't
Superman lands in Mexico.
Fun. But yeah, like their story. So go. It's just luck. He ended up with the Kents. That's all. It's
Hmm.
not like chosen. He's lucky to be the bright blue flag. Um, I've seen some of the suits or the concept suit for this. It was the one that Henry Cavill auditioned in, I believe, for Man of Steel. Henry Cavill also auditioned for this film. He's been auditioning for Superman forever. Um, this film
Eh,
is there's a picture here which is probably, and the suit isn't that bad. Some of the pictures don't have the boots. Some of them do. You assume he has the boots. You pray he has the boots, because with and actually the suit doesn't look that bad. It looks a bit plasticky, but it looks a bit better than the one we got in Superman Returns. Like Superman Returns, I like the suit in concept, but it just turned out like the logo's tiny, and it's the red is brown, and it's kind of ugly. It was made much better in Crisis on Infinite Earths. But yeah, that
mm.
suit in Returns is not that good. Um, oh, there was a whole lot of um uh, behind the scenes thing. So, during work on various TV shows, J.J. Abrams was brought on, um, out to ruin his first franchise. Luckily, he didn't get to. Um, what was
Mm.
it? It would it would be Superman, Star Trek, and Star Wars. Luckily, he didn't.
Great.
Luckily, he didn't get his hands on Superman. Oh wait,
Yeah.
he has a deal with DC now. Right.
Well, it's either Superman or Green Lantern. So.
He's gonna get a couple though. He's like signed on for like 10 films or
Mm.
something. No, he's been given like 500 million to do whatever he wants with. Uh, um.
Great.
So Brett Ratner was hired to direct in September 2002. He was the man who was originally supposed to do this. Let's not talk about. Let's not dwell on him because scumbag. Um. Terrible human being, etc. Um. In So Jude Law and Josh Hartnett were approached late 2003, but conceded that finding a famous actor for the title role had proven difficult because of contractual obligations to appear in sequels. Um,
Mm-hmm.
um, Eventually Superman Flyby was being met with a budget exceeding $200 million. Um, yep. Remember, this is 2004. $200 million.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Back when
Uh,
superhero films were a bit.
Cheaper, 100 million was like the big. Uh, they eventually resorted to a director called McGee, who turned it down. No, he may have reached out and then they went back to him, or no, they reached out. He turned it down, and eventually they got him later on after a few other issues with hiring a director. Um, Christopher Walken was in negotiations for Perry White. While
Oh,
Ratner
okay.
expressed an interest in casting Anthony Hopkins as Jor-El and Ralph Fiennes as Lex Luthor. Yep. Okay. They're not horrible casting, I
Eh,
don't think, really.
no, Ralph Fiennes would have been cool as Lex Luthor.
Um, yeah. Oh wow. Matthew Kutcher was also offered the role, Ashton Kutcher, but couldn't because of that 70s show, as well as typecasting. And James Marsden also met with Brett Ratner, who and Joel Edgerton turned down not that one.
Joel Edgerton.
I don't know who that is really. Turned down.
Yeah, he's an Australian actor.
Sorry.
He's an Australian actor. He played Luke's Uncle Owen in the prequels.
Oh yeah. Henry Cavill went as far as doing a screen test. McGee approached Shia LaBeouf for Jimmy Olsen and had an interest in casting Scarlett Johansson as Lois Lane and Johnny Depp as Lex Luthor.
Would have been interesting.
I'm not a fan of Johnny Depp as Lex Luthor. I like him, but he's just not Lex Luthor. Scarlett Johansson as Lois Lane would have been fine. Shia LaBeouf is made for Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
But McGee wanted to film in New York and Canada, but Warner Brothers wanted Sydney, Australia. McGee felt it was inappropriate to try to capture the heart of America on another continent. He later admitted to his fear of flying. Abrams lobbied for the chance to direct his script, but Warner Brothers replaced McGee with Bryan Singer in July 2004, resulting in Superman Returns. And the less we dwell on Bryan Singer, the better. Because he's
destroyed the X-Men.
This wasn't necessarily cancelled. I think JJ had a film in mind that he never got, thank God. But I don't think this is necessarily cancelled one. It's more of a just got developed on top of and on top of and on top of until it became something completely different. So kind of like Edgar Wright's Ant-Man film. Like that was never cancelled, but it just sort of got papered over so many times until it became nothing. And until it became something so different that you wouldn't be able to tell us that. So I don't know. I'm glad we got Superman Return. No, I'm not. Actually, yeah, I am glad we got Superman Returns because then at least we got Superman in Crisis. Everything,
I was going to say.
Everything we got brought us to Crisis, and I'm happy we got Crisis. Even if it's not great. But
I was going to ask you a question there, but I'm going to leave this. But I'll leave that because it's a good idea for another video. What I was going to ask you.
Oh yeah. Talk to me. Yeah, I think that's. Do you have any other more thoughts on that Superman film?
No. It's a very weird. I kind of feel like it would be a very weird, like roller coaster of emotions and like just strangeness because there are a lot of things that could possibly work, but there are a lot more things that will just be like, what did I just listen to or just watch?
Yeah, like there seems like there would be a few like standout moments in there, but also meh. And like, it's not worth it. I don't think. Yeah. So. Yeah, that's. I quite like the casting. They got Cavill, Johansson, I can't remember his name now. I've gone off the page. Hold on. Let me just. Oh, Christopher Walken as Perry White. I think it would have been a fun cast, but I just think at the end of the day that shouldn't have happened, and I'd rather Henry Cavill be in the current limbo he is in than in that and kind of probably lose. Yeah. Like, currently Superman's in limbo. He's definitely coming back, but he's in limbo. And I'm happy he's there instead of in a disaster. So, and I'm fine with Amy Adams as Lois Lane, even though I think Scarlett Johansson would be a little bit better. But no, we got what we got. So yeah, I think that's it. It's always going to be a pretty short one. Yeah. Anyone on Clips, thanks for watching this. Hopefully this should be up on Storyfire. As long as we get approved on there. But yeah, that was all. I've been Luke. He's been Fred.
Yep.
And goodbye.